A fashion show with a profound message. The wind of change is blowing through this continent, whether we like it or not. This growth of national consciousness is a political fact. Those were the words by former British Prime Minister Harold Macmillan in 1960. A speech that inspired Zimbabwean-born Kuda Matiza to create a clothing collection.
Winds of Change is about changing the situation politically, socially, whatever the case might have been back then. But I think for us, because we're artists and we're into clothing, we put our art into clothing. Now the reason of putting the inspiration is to say it's Africa's time, because I feel like everyone's cultures and values and everything else has been exhausted. We've consumed so much as Africa. The world has consumed whatever's outside of Africa so much, even in clothing, that people are like, what's next? And then you come to a rich continent with rich culture and stories and say, okay, we can take that and show it to the world. But we're saying Africans, it's our time to actually show them what we're all about.
Matiza's House of Hohwa is a unique brand, trending a vision of not just designs, but sending out messages and digging deep into African concepts.
As an artist, I wanted something tangible. The theme just came at the right time. And right now it's time for Africa. The world is looking for inspiration from Africa. And we thought, why don't we voice it out?
The women's ready-to-wear and street collection were a hit among the audience.
It's very inspiring. First of all, it doesn't only look good, but it has the parts of Africa in it. It has cloths that represent the diversity in Africa. So that's what stood out for me. I feel with the oppressions that we've been through as Africa, we've finally blossomed. Now it's our time to show how we do things in Africa.
When I see things like this happening in our country, I do really feel inspired, because I feel like it's our time now. South Africa is getting our identity. So through fashion, we are able to express ourselves, express our diversity, all in a piece of clothing.
Every African fabric has a deep meaning in the culture of the tribe it belongs to. Messages are embedded in the fabrics. And just like the speech Winds of Change, House of Hohwa is hoping to spread its message throughout the continent. Julie Shar, CGTN, Johannesburg, South Africa.